So if your goal is to build a 7-figure business, we have Chase Gibson here. He's a serial entrepreneur. He's built, how many businesses is it now?
4 or 5, a couple of them.
So he is the man when it comes to really understanding what you need to do to build a business. He's failed like you're gonna need to do, and he's also been successful too. And really I wanted to bring him on today and just kind of talk about how, his health needs to be a priority in his life for him to actually achieve the success that he really wants in his business. Because if you're like me and Chase, you like to work hard. It's actually kind of fun and it's a little addicting. And to build your business, we think it's kind of funny because it's true, but we think that we can just work harder and work longer hours and eventually we'll get to where we want to go. Chase is a prime example of why that doesn't work. And the harder that we #grind, eventually you're just going to grind yourself into dust if you do that. So Chase, when you started as an entrepreneur, what started to slide in your health? I mean, he comes from being a personal trainer. He knows exactly what to do. He knows better, probably just better than I do actually. What started to slide as you started out?
Yeah, so like you said, I was a personal trainer for a long time. I did exactly what you're doing right now, online coaching for executives and high performers. And I know all the stuff. I know how to get people to do it, but as I started to scale even my fitness business, and then after that, some of the marketing companies that we have, I started to notice that I was, staying up later. I started to eat food that I would never eat before, and I really kind of started to burn myself out and ended up actually going to the emergency room last year because I had a really bad panic attack and anxiety from being burned out. And if you don't want yourself, that's what burnout can do to you. It can make you feel like, everything is the end of the world. It can make you feel like crap and drain your energy. And for me, not sleeping and not eating the right foods, really just made me not operate at my best. And it took me, a couple of months to really understand that even though I know what to do, the most important thing is that I make it a non-negotiable in my schedule as my business continues to grow.
Great. So you made your health pretty much non-negotiable. I guess for someone that, is struggling right now, they're in that vicious cycle of staying up late, trying to get up earlier because you need to get up early because that's what everyone says, get up at 5 a.m. You're making poor nutrition choices, you're not exercising. What is that one step that someone can take, and what are your non-negotiables?
Yeah, so definitely non-negotiables are working out at least 3 days a week for 45 minutes to an hour. Right now I'm doing double that with him. He's got me on a program going 2 times a day and getting activity in. But really the 3 times a week and making sure you're getting at least 30-45 minutes in each of those sessions is going to make a huge difference. It always does for me. It keeps my stress levels down, and even when I don't want to do it, doing it makes me feel better. And then also just not putting food into my body that I know is going to make me feel like crap. So, dairy, too much carbs, things like that. And trying to get enough protein and greens every single day, because that keeps me fuller, I have more energy, and therefore I'm going to be less likely to feel the need to eat food that is going to make me feel like crap.
I guess, really quick. So you know that you need to make your health a priority to then really succeed, because it's going to help your productivity, your energy, your focus. Tell anyone watching, just in the last week of changing a lot of stuff, since I made him change stuff, because he helps me with my business and I help him kick him in the butt with his health. I guess what has changed, if you could snapshot to just even a week ago?
Yeah. So, over the last couple of weeks, I kind of fell off because we had a big launch going on, and, it happens to all entrepreneurs. You're not going to be perfect all the time, and you can't be 1,000% in your business and expect everything else to go perfect if you're not, putting time and effort into all of them. So Bruno came and stayed with me for a couple of weeks and, got me back on a diet and, getting and exercising again. And energy is already way up, definitely feeling more productive, feel better about myself. I can feel myself losing some of the fat I probably gained from eating too many carbs. But the main thing is, having someone that, number one, can hold you accountable, having a plan that fits your schedule, and then, you actually taking the steps you need to follow through and set those non-negotiables, like sleeping, making sure you're eating right and getting exercise in, because ultimately, it's going to be much more effective in the long run than trying to stay up all night every night and do everything on your own and, end up making bad choices. So if you're looking to build 7-figure business or whatever kind of business, you need to come into it understanding that your health is a very important part of the equation, and you will get to a certain point where you can't work more hours, you can't put more energy into your business, and you have to take care of yourself and learn to manage some of that stress and prioritize your health in order to be able to move forward and really scale. And that's where a lot of entrepreneurs fall short, is they go all in on the business, and then they end up not being happy. They end up burning themselves out. They don't have time for their family, and they don't like the way that they look. And that's something that I never want to experience, and I don't want you to experience that. So my biggest thing here is make sure that if you haven't been making it a priority, you've gained some weight or whatever it is, that you sit down and really ask yourself, what can I do to start taking steps towards changing my life? Because it will help you make more money, it will help you have more energy, and you're gonna have a better quality of life.
So you heard it from Chase himself. If you want to truly be successful, not just in business, but in life, you need to start making your health a priority right now.